Concept 3, finding slope from an equation. So there's two different ways to find the slope of an equation. Okay, I'm going to teach both of them to you. One is in the book, and the other one is in the book, but it's later on. Okay, so I think this is valuable enough. I'd like to introduce it to you now because I think it's an easier way of doing it, and I think using this form makes more sense in general than using standard form. Okay, so method 1, that's transforming your equation so that instead of being in standard form, right, ax plus by equals c, it is in slope-intercept form. Okay. Now the difference is in slope-intercept form, you have your y by itself. Okay, so this y and this y are the same. Okay, that is your y variable. All right, so what you're going to do to transform from standard to slope-intercept is move your x, all right, and a, whatever number you have next to it, to the other side. Okay, so take that step first. So here we have a negative 3x. I'm going to add 3x to both sides, plus 3x, and that's going to leave me with 4y is equal to 3x plus 7. And you can see that already we're pretty darn close to slope-intercept form. Okay, we have our y on one side, our x on one side, and our number on another side. Okay, and unfortunately this b in slope-intercept form is not the same as this b. Okay, the little b is not equal to the big B. In slope-intercept form, this b is the y-intercept. And this m, and this is why I'm introducing it to you, this is the slope. Okay, it's right there. So our next step from here is to divide. And if we're dividing by whatever is next to y, we got to divide every term by that. Okay, those cancel out. And there I've got it. I've got y equals some number times x plus another number. And the beauty of it when you are looking for a slope is I don't even care what this is. I don't care that 7/4 is kind of a messy fraction. Okay? All I care about is that this number right here is my slope. My slope for this equation is 3/4. Okay? That's my rise. Oops. My rise over my run. My change in y over my change in x. All right? So that is the one way to do it. Okay? And keep in mind, the big thing is you've got to have y by itself. It can't be multiplied or divided or added or anything. It's got to be y by itself on one side, and you've got to divide out or multiply if you had, say, y divided by 2 or something. But you've got to get it all by itself and then transform the other side. Okay? So in this case, divide by 4 for each of them. If it was y over 2, I'd have to multiply each of them by 2. But you've got to get y by itself. All right? The other way to do it is to find the intercepts. And this is basically using the slope formula. You're just going to figure out what your values are. Okay? This, I think, can get messy. And it can get messier than trying to do it by changing it into slope-intercept form. So finding the intercepts is basically setting each of your variables to 0. So if I want to find my y-intercept, I'm going to set x to 0. So if x is 0, basically this whole value becomes 0. Okay, so I'd have 0 plus 4y equals 7. But I don't want to know what 4y is. I want to know what 1y is. So I got to divide by 4, divide by 4. So my y-intercept, okay, when x is 0, y is 7/4, right? Now I go on to my other one. Okay, now instead of setting x to be 0, I'm going to set y to be 0. So if y is 0, 4y is 0, I've got a negative 3x plus 0 equals 7. Divide by negative 3. 0 doesn't matter. Divide by negative 3. And I have those cancel. X is equal to 7 over negative 3. So my y-intercept, or sorry, my x-intercept is when y is 0, x is negative 7/3. Okay, and you can see what I mean when I say sometimes this can get messy. I can still put it into my slope formula. So change in y, right? So my, oh, I missed my step. I got to label my points. So let's do, this is 0.2, since we have a negative down here, and 0.1. So I've got my y2 is 7/4 minus 0. So that's my y1. My x2 is 0 minus a negative 7/3. That minus a negative just turns into a positive. So I have 7/4 divided by 7/3. Okay, and yeah, we can do that. We can take 7/4 divided by 7/3, and I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. We've got a trick for that, right? We flip, or we keep, change, and flip, and now these can actually cancel, and I'm left with it equaling 3/4. Okay, this will work, but that was a lot. That was a lot of work. Okay, that was a lot of steps compared to using slope-intercept form. All right, so slope-intercept form is my suggestion. Remember, you isolate y, get y completely by itself, and then your slope is whatever is being multiplied by x.